Today's daf is Shekalim daf Ches, Shekalim 8. We're on Chet Amud Beis over here. Being that it's Pesach, interesting, the Gemara talks about that. The Gemara says, Ma'u lishtosan bepiskan. What's halacha of drinking the Dalet Kosos? When you drink one cup, you drink a little bit at a time, where to the point where you're not going to get drunk. So the Gemara answers, Klum amru sheyishta lo kidei sheyishta v'lo sheyishtaker imshasa v'piskan afu ena mishtaker. It seems from the simple reading of the Gemara and the Mafarshim over here that you're not yotze, that if you drink it in a way where you're not going to become inebriated, you're not going to become drunk, so you weren't yotze because you weren't mishtaker. The problem with this is that the Gemara says, it says lo kedei sheyishta v'lo yishtaker. It should be the Gemara. The lashon of the Gemara should be lo kedei sheyishta v'yishtaker. Klum amru sheyishta. Does it mean to say that you should drink it? Lo kedei sheyishta v'yishtaker. It doesn't mean just drink it. It means just drink it and become drunk. It doesn't say that. It says klum amru sheyishta v'lo yishtaker. It sounds like that. And the Gemara would be saying, Imshasav Piskan Afu and Mishtaker, and that's the desire. The desire is that you shouldn't become a shikar, you shouldn't become drunk. So that the lashon of the Gemara is difficult. Secondly, the Gemara later on brings a ma'isa over here. Amar Rabbi Yonah Yotzin B'yayin Mavushal. He says, Yotze the Dalet Kosos with wine that is that's cooked wine. It takes away a little bit of the alcoholic percentages. So the Gemara says, Rabbi Yonah l'tamed, Rabbi Yonah could have a shasi arba kasi de piska v'chazik reishi ad chaga. When he would drink, if he would drink 4 cups of non-mavushal wine, it was very strong wine, so he would have his head would hurt him until Shavuos. So the problem over here is that if really the chiyuv is to become inebriated, like we said before, and he knew that, so how could Rabbi Yonah make a kula for himself and say, okay, for me it's hard, so therefore I'll allow you to drink mavushal wine, even though it's not as strong, doesn't make you as drunk. If really halachas need to be drunk, need to drink wine that makes you as drunk as possibly could, how could you use yayin mavushal? How could he make a kula for himself because he had a hard time? Either accept the halacha and have a hard time with it, or tell me that it's b'diavad and l'chadchila. L'chadchila you're supposed to have a strong wine. B'diavad you don't have to. It seems like Rabbi Yonah was saying a chiddush over here that you don't need yayin mavushal. That's even l'chadchila. Anyway, it seems from the Gemara over here that there's a discussion. We know the halacha is that Moshe Feinstein brings that you yotze with grape juice for the Dalet Kosos, according to the halacha. Most poskim say that. Some poskim say you need to have wine, but there are major poskim that say that you can be yotze with grape juice. And so, in order to answer these questions, I want to suggest over here that, like we said in the first reading of the Gemara, that really the Gemara's reading is difficult for a reason. Now, what is the whole purpose of the Dalet Kosos? The purpose of the Dalet Kosos is for chayris. You have 2 options. What is chayris? Is chayris considered to be getting drunk? You drink the wine and getting drunk and losing sense, and you have no idea what's going on, and you act like a free-spirited person because you have no inhibitions. But that's not the real you. That's just you. When you wake up from your inebriation, you're going to become back to your senses, and you'll be an inhibited person. You won't be a free person. You'll have inhibitions like you normally do. Or does the Gemara really want you, Dalet Kosos, to have something like grape juice, where it's something really you enjoy? It'll make you feel good. People like grape juice. Grape juice, especially Shekalim grape juice, tastes a lot better than wine, to all the experts out there. So when you have your Shekalim grape juice for your Dalet Kosos, so it makes you feel good. It doesn't make you feel inebriated. And you know what? You might have inhibitions, but at least you're on the path to living a fulfilling life where you're happy and you're content, and you're not using getting drunk as a way of getting over your inhibitions, which is only a momentary way of getting over your inhibitions. It's not going to be have a lasting effect in that regard. So, like we said, the lashon of the Gemara is exact. And the Gemara says, "Lo kadesh yishta v'lo yishtaker." It's not that you should get drunk, or that you should drink and not get drunk. And that's the Gemara is saying. If you drink it very slowly, that's exactly, you would be yotze that way, because if you have to drink wine, at least drink it slowly so you won't become mishtaker. And that's the reason the Gemara. We're not saying you are nios, we're saying you are yotze. And that's the Gemara is saying over here. Rabbi Yonah, he wasn't saying a kula for himself. He was saying that he learned from experience. He thought originally that the idea of cheres was to overcome your inhibitions momentarily. Then he realized that it hurt him so much that can't be the objective of the Torah. And the Torah really wants you to be a real derech cheres, and therefore you yotze with yayin mavushal. Of course, you can drink grape juice if you want. And if yayin mavushal or not strong wine doesn't have such an effect on you, you can drink that also.